So we'll start at 1Z. This is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We have northerly winds across Vermont and upstate New York. And as we move through time, 1 hour at a time, there's 2Z. The top number, the black number to the top left, is the temperature. And as we go forward in time to 3Z, we see that almost the entire state of Vermont has air temperatures at or below freezing. It's drizzling in Middlebury, and this area of precipitation over New Hampshire and Maine is this low that's moving off to the northeast. And we thought that this would sort of move eastward into Vermont, but it doesn't look like that may actually occur. This area of precipitation south and west of Albany, New York, is actually going to move northeastward into Vermont overnight. And this will be the main precipitation event. The other thing to be cautious of is that this is a look at road pavement temperatures, and many locations in Vermont are observing pavement temperatures at or below freezing. This is in degrees Fahrenheit. So anything that does fall, even if it's rain, if it's falling on a sub-freezing surface, it's going to freeze on contact. So that's what we're concerned about this evening. This is the HREF, the High Resolution Ensemble Forecast. The values in green are the rainfall. If you see values in blue, it's the liquid equivalent of snowfall. If you see values in red, it's liquid equivalent of freezing rain. It's not the ice thickness that would fall, it's what would happen if you melted the freezing rain. And any pink values are a mix. This HREF depiction of precip type is based on if over half of the ensembles are forecasting freezing rain, it'll depict it as freezing rain. And then if over half of the ensembles are depicting snow, it'll show snow. And then if over half of the ensembles are showing rain, it'll show rain. If less than half of the ensembles are showing that, it'll depict a mix instead. So this is 2Z, essentially 9 p.m. Eastern. There's 10 p.m. You can see this is trying to get a little bit of that precip into the Northeast Kingdom from the low that was moving out of the Gulf of Maine. But I'm not completely convinced that that'll happen. There is still a little bit of dry air in place here, and so any precip that falls may just fall as virga and not actually reach the ground. And as we go through time, we see this area of precipitation over upstate New York sort of expand in coverage and sort of merge with this other band to the east. This is valid at 9Z, which is just before daybreak. There's 10Z, that's going to be 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and at this point, the Champlain Valley is just on the edge of switching either back over to maybe a brief bit of rain or to snow. There is some colder air on the backside of this system, and we are expecting any rain or freezing rain to transition back to all snow. This is 15Z. That would be about 10 o'clock a.m. And 16Z, 17Z, 18Z, 1 p.m. We're starting to see the precip be over and done with. Maybe it ends as a brief bit of snow or rain mix at the end. And then by 1920Z, by mid-afternoon, precipitation is basically over and done with across Vermont.